Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 134 of Pokerole. Last where we left off, we were exploring our second spooky mansion, as it slowly turned a little more creepy, though in a different way this time compared to the first time. Of course, last time was also around the Halloween season, so the timing of this couldn't have been better, and you guys may have been noticing I've been extending Halloween a little bit in my streams lately. That's all the same for this Pokerole session as well, which we are going to continue and see what happens. But before we do, if you like the video, do think about giving it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can think about doing that as well. But if you really want to help out, think about coming over to Twitch. We're trying to reach partner, but of course need more viewers to do it. So if you want to come by, whether to lurk or talk, think about doing so, because it does help out immensely, and we'd honestly love to have you. We also have a pretty cool Discord community, as well as a Pokerole Discord. You can view off of that for the game. I also have a coffee link if you want to help directly monetize my content, and a merch store exists if you want to buy some cool stuff. In addition, there's also the Poke Pioneers wiki at mirrorhees.org. We used to have a fandom one. For some reason, it's still the top link, which is a bit annoying. So everybody go look at the Mirror Hees so it becomes the top link. That'd be awesome. You can check out episode recaps, character pages, and more. So go look at it. With that being said, hello, table. Hello, viewers. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I already asked earlier, but for the sake of the video, I do hope everyone is doing well. I know some people are, some people aren't, but I hope positivity can win the day, I suppose you could say.
I'm excited.
Indeed.
I'm excited. Are you all excited?
The second half of your little scoop adventure? I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
We about to get Lovecraftian up in this place.
Oh, you just defied the spoops. Okay, then. Interesting. Well, that's
No,
sort
not
of
really.
the definition. But...
Lovecraftian implies cosmic horror. Y'all are already living cosmic horror to some extent.
Yeah.
Right then. So, last session was session 133, Derelict Delusions. As the static clears, Tucker looks around to find the room has changed, now occupied with various moving shadows and murmurings that he couldn't determine. Among those figures, Tucker is able to discern a young Scraggy, cheerfully playing with a doll with gold button eyes and a golden zipper mouth. Tucker stays on top of the chair and observes, wondering if this may have been a hallucination caused by the berries they ate, before deciding that the situation seems far too vivid to be berry-induced bamboozlement. As they focus on the blurry shadows more, they can discern ranchers' attire being worn by them, and is able to hear some amount of concern in their voices before most of the shadows vanish. Tucker approaches the Scraggy to try to get their attention, only for them to receive no response. The Scraggy gets up and says that he and Mr. Baggs will be going to play in the yard, only for the Scrafty from the painting in the manor to speak up from the chair Tucker was just on, and tell the Scraggy that they won't be going outside to play until they've had their vegetables. As the Scraggy's visage moves to leave the room, Tucker tries to learn about them using connection, only to receive a peculiar image of his own human self in place of the Scraggy. Confused, he decides to follow the Scraggy to try and get more information. As they follow the Scraggy out of the room, they hear familiar footsteps and a popping sound behind them before the door closes. By the way, thank you, Enio, for correcting that it's a popping sound, because I remember initially I did a swoop, and that was incorrect. As he follows the Scraggy down the hallways, Tucker notices how, while the hallway still resembles the state of the manor prior, the area around the Scraggy resembles more so the state of the manor in that room. Fresh, bright, and new. Brooke, as he turns around, notices another visage of Scales, seemingly aware of Brooke's presence and current confusion as they look up at him with concern. As he looks towards the hallway, he instead finds that the hallway is no longer immediately in view, instead presented with a foyer, illuminated by sunlight that should not be there, considering that the sun was already at set outside. Brooke tries to look for signs of life, only to see uniform silhouettes moving back and forth throughout the foyer, as well as the garden in view of the terrace. Noticing the silhouette's different appearance from Scales, he tries to ask Scales if they were actually real, only for them to try and speak, but utter no sound that Brooke could discern. Brooke is at least comforted by the fact that Scales seems to react to them, and is glad to see them and have them climb atop his shoulder like old times. Then, Brooke sees the uniform silhouettes in the garden slowly vanish and be replaced by the distinct, colorful silhouettes of Pokemon, tending to a much cleaner version of the estate's garden. He also sees a Sneasel looking down at the garden from the terrace, wearing a cyan dress and decorated with various jewelry and red-colored claws. Brooke tries to greet them, only to receive no reaction. Then, the Sneasel seems to react to something and turn around as a young Scraggy runs over to her, calling her Mama and explaining about an adventure they had with their doll, Mr. Bags. Curious, Brooke decides to take out his magic lamp, which causes the scene before him to vanish as the lamp's light causes the illusion to simply fade away. The mansion returning to the old, run-down state it was in when he arrived. He also notices Scales seems to move away from the lantern's light by hiding on his back. It notices as a creaking sound seems to reverberate through the area, as if something else had moved to hide away from the light. Brooke then sits down and calls out to whatever may have made the noise, saying that they were not here to play any games, and for whatever it was to come out of hiding. Provoked by the word games, a familiar Esper walks out of the darkness, approaching Brooke and seemingly intrigued by the lantern's light. They look at Brooke and tell them they are going to play a game of hide-and-go-take. Brooke, immediately concerned, reaches for the lamp, only for the Esper to snatch it and scamper down one of the mansion's hallways. This, however, doesn't seem to cause the area to return to its illusionary state, indicating that whatever caused the scenery to change hadn't returned yet. Scales then returns to Brooke's shoulder, and Brooke apologizes for the surprise as he begins to follow after Esper. Brooke has an easy time following after Esper, thanks to the lamp providing plenty of illumination for their surroundings. However, as he follows them down what should be a hallway, he instead comes across a spiraling downward slope, which the Esper had already begun to slide down. Brooke warns Scales to hold on tight before also going down the slide after the Esper, slowly catching up until the Esper seems to stop on an impossible floor, before telling Brooke they are going to go hide before the lantern vanishes with a familiar popping sound. Brooke stops his descent by freezing part of the slope, and continues to try following after the Esper's glowing purple eyes. Gravity around them seems to constantly shift and cause difficulties with catching the feline, as they both end up on opposite sides of a hallway, Brooke standing on what should be the ceiling, while the Esper stands on the floor. Esper then hurries off to hide, and Brooke, after grumbling about losing sight of the Esper, continues to try to find them, using Scales' assistance to try and discern where to go. As they run through the manor, they see occasional visions of the Scraggy and Sneasel spending time together, until they reach a particular door Scales gestures for Brooke to go through. Going through the door, Brooke finds himself stepping out of a closet into a child's bedroom. The doors seem particularly well maintained compared to the rest of the manor, with a blue-flamed candle illuminating the room. As Brooke examines the bedroom, he finds something shiny under the floorboard, and grabs it to find out that it seems to be just an old cracker tin. Inside the tin were a children's-sized version of sculpting tools, a few rocks, coins, and other knickknacks, and then, at the very bottom, a child's drawing of their family. A Scrafty, labeled Papa, a Sneasel, labeled Mama, a Scraggy, labeled Me, and a doll, named Mr. Bags. Brooke commits the drawing to memory, assuming it may be important, and decides to take the box of miscellaneous items with him as he continues to navigate the manor. Brooke exits the room and appears in a hallway, where they see the Esper unintentionally running towards them with a lantern on their head. Brooke catches the Esper, taking back the lantern. And the Esper says that now it is Brooke's turn to hide as they hand Brooke a wrapped present before closing their eyes and counting. He does as suggested and decides it's best to keep moving, thankful to have his lantern back. Brooke progresses down a hallway, then enters an antechamber, where they hear the sound of a familiar Evie groaning loudly about how the manor was suddenly a maze. Brooke finds V flopped onto the ground in frustration, and they explain how they got separated from the others while trying to check the manor for valuables. Brooke tells them about the Esper, and V explains how they saw the Esper earlier, but were able to get them to go away by telling them they'll play hide-and-seek, before only then recognizing that the Esper had stolen their bag before leaving. Brooke looks to Scales and asks if they could track Esper's location again, then follows his companion's directions as V wonders what in the world Brooke is talking to, and follows after him. Ralph looks around and sees familiar shadowy figures around him, reminding him of his past exploration with a set of keys. Unlike the silhouettes, Ralph is able to identify a transparent version of the Scrafty from the painting he saw, seemingly sneaking out of a bed that still appears to be occupied before leaving the master bedroom with the keys and a lit candle. Curious just who was still in the bed, Ralph tries to look underneath the covers, only to be rewarded with dust in his face, which causes him to have to resist the urge to sneeze. He then decides to follow after the Scrafty, the candlestick they're holding thankfully illuminating themselves and the immediate surroundings to make them easy to follow. As he follows the Scrafty down a hallway, he sees them still continuing to be cautious of being heard, making effort to ensure to make as little sound as possible while carrying the keyring. Eventually, after opening a door and heading down a set of stairs, the Scrafty comes to a halt and seems to start searching for something of importance, moving around a set of boxes. Curious, Ralph tries to look for what they're looking for, only to see a hidden iron door where the Scrafty had moved away all of the boxes. As the Scrafty takes one of the keys from the key rings to open the door, they vanish, leaving Ralph alone in the dark. Having no source of light, and still uncertain of the situation, Ralph muses trying to cause a light to turn on by clapping their hands. When this receives no response, he instead uses Odor Sleuth to try and discern his surroundings, using smell instead of sight, and is able to notice as a poltergeist attacks them from the shadows. Ralph retaliates and is easily able to overpower the poltergeist and cause it to fall to the ground, seemingly drained of most of its energy as it drags itself back into the shadows. Now safe to explore, Ralph feels around and is able to find an old oil lamp, but it is unfortunately empty and unable to be used, along with an old croquet set, which included a mallet that could have some amount of use. As he further examines his surroundings, he playfully tries calling out to the poltergeist, only to receive no response, and instead receives another memory of his past. Ralph recalls when coming across a similarly locked door, he tried to knock on it, and received a knock in response. Deciding the idea was worth a try, he knocked on the door and, after a period of silence, hears a knock echo from behind him. Ralph tells them to come in and sees a pair of purple eyes quickly hurry down the stairs to grab the keys. Recognizing the eyes and what they likely wanted, Ralph quickly uses the keys to unlock the door and hurry through to seal it shut. Though on the other side of the door, Ralph finds himself in an illuminated cave, seemingly made for the Scrafty to easily travel through. Ralph squeezes through a cramped tunnel, and then finds himself in a wide, study-like room filled with various mysterious items, including a golden statue of Giratina atop an altar. Ralph sees the vision of the Scrafty praying to the statue, saying aloud how they had followed the instructions of the idol to gather various veins of gold and amass many riches. They ask the statue to lead them towards the next vein, and in return they promise to silence and defeat a demon of some sort, which would help the idol restore its reputation. Soon, the visions disperse, leaving only the statue and some dilapidated books remaining. Ralph approaches the statue and curiously asks what it is meant to be, When receiving no response, he takes the statue to examine later, and finds that there is no other way for him to go, turning back to see the tunnel he traveled through to be replaced with a rock wall. Ralph begins to panic a bit from the situation, his attempts at humor losing their grounding effect over time, as he tries to figure out what to do to get out of there. He decides to examine the more intact writings, detailing a ritual to allow one to see the future through their dreams, as well as writings about the Lord of the Earth, Zygarde, and the Forsaken One, Giratina. Ralph then hears a knock from the other side of the wall, reminding Ralph of a certain song from the human world. Ralph knocks back in the same rhythm, and then the rocks are moved out of the way as the Esper clears the pathway and approaches Ralph, asking for 2 bits. Ralph gives them 2 poke as thanks, and the Esper then leaves Ralph's speed to exit the cellar. When the 2 exit the cellar, finding themselves on the manor's terrace, Ralph asks the Esper if they were the same as the one from the Snow White Hamlet. Esper answered by pulling Brooke's lantern out of their box, and offers it to Ralph in exchange for something, seemingly interested in the statue. Ralph offers them a life orb, but the Esper turns it down and begins to navigate the manor. Ralph decides to wait on the terrace for now, thankful to at least be out of that cave. Rita watches as the scenery around them changes, seeing the kitchen seem to change in appearance and spying a vision of a Ralts playing with another Pokemon before they are pulled away by a much older figure. As they try to refocus, instead of seeing that scene, they instead see a cleaner version of the manor's kitchen, currently occupied by a Sneasel that looked to be preparing food. Rita tries to approach them, only to receive no reaction, leading them to concluding that the Sneasel is to be a projection of some sort. This seems to comfort them, understanding the vision to probably be a trick from some other Pokemon, and they see a light run into the kitchen. Rita sees as a Scraggy runs into the kitchen and requests a vegetable from their mother, as well as Tucker following after them. Rita greets Tucker, which causes the Poochyena to break his focus from the Scraggy and recognize Rita, now relieved to have found someone else. The 2 exchange stories of what they've seen, concluding that a Pokemon must be trying to share some sort of memory with the group, though they are unsure whether they should properly engage with the Pokemon's projections or not. Rita concludes that the best course of action for now would be prioritizing regrouping with the others, and paying little mind to the projection, presuming that whatever is causing these visions will choose to become more obvious with their intentions if the 2 actively ignore them. Tucker agrees with this, and begins to lead Rita down the hallways that they had traveled through. As they turn to go through the hallway, the 2 see as the hallway distorts, moving into a steep upward slope that would lead to a higher floor. Presuming this to be another illusion, they continue to walk through the hallway, finding that gravity seems to shift to allow them to easily walk on the angled slope, and the hallway windows show nothing on the other sides of them. The 2 eventually reach an attic, which Tucker remarks was not where they had arrived from whatsoever. Rita looks around for anything suspicious, only for most of the items there to match what one would expect from an attic, from spare furniture to boxes of spare items and a child's toy chest. Rita and Tucker approach the chest to examine its contents, finding a collection of various Pokemon figurines in different fantasy-like outfits, along with what seems to be a sewing kit. Rita chooses to take the sewing kit, while Tucker decides to pocket some of the figurines. After they do, the 2 sense something approaching, and turn to see a doorway, now having a door attached to its hinges. Something seems to move behind it. A voice then echoes through the door's keyhole, calling for a little thief that had stolen something from it. Tucker remarks on how the voice is likely not directed at them, like the other illusions in the manor, and then Rita decides to test it by calling out to the voice behind the door. Thread-like tendrils begin to crawl through from the other side of the door. To defend themselves, Tucker uses Dark Pulse to block the tendrils from approaching them, causing the tendrils to recoil before remarking cheerfully about how happy it was to see new guests. A shadowy rift forms, and it tells them that they will play with the 2 soon, but it first has to deal with a thief that had stolen something of theirs. Rita says they would be willing to play if they told the 2 about the thief, which provokes an excited response as a golden-eyed Banette forms from the rift and explains how they and the thief were playing hide-and-seek. Tucker begins to pull their Dark Pulse back to better protect him and Rita, and as it briefly crosses the Banette's threads, he receives a mental warning similar to when he had met other Aspect wielders, though the brief flash meant he could not fully discern the Aspect's name. The Banette then fully exits the rift and describes the thief to the pair, detailing their height and glowing purple eyes, which Tucker immediately recalls as the Esper. The Banette then turns toward the painting and approaches it, thanking it for helping them. A Sableye appears from behind the painting, promising the Banette that they made sure everything in the attic was still in one piece. The mention of an item potentially being broken seems to anger the Banette, the rage causing the Sableye to recoil behind the painting in fear. After calming down, the Banette traces a finger along the painting, causing threads to emerge from it and enters the Banette's mouth. Them explaining that they just needed a quick snack before they could join Rita and Tucker in a real game of hide-and-seek.
A quite meaty recap, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. The past few have been quite meaty indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I must say, I do still find it funny how Wright is like, this is an illusion. And clearly this is someone trying to get us to do something. Well, if we ignore it long enough, they'll be very obvious of what they want.
Very logical.
Yeah.
Right is not about to waste energy trying to solve something that's just being mysterious.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't what we're here for. I don't care.
Dungeon traversal does that. It makes recaps bigger. Honestly, I wonder if this counts as a dungeon or not, though. It kind of does, it kind of doesn't. Let's see what happens.
I have specifically not used the random tiles for very good reason. It won't matter.
That makes me think of those RPGs that oftentimes have a minimap, and then you enter the area that's literally a warp maze, a mysterious warp maze, and the map just goes away for that entire area.
The map's just a big square.
Or
Like,
just
or
like
question
the
mark.
Lost Woods.
Or, areas that just have no map and you really wish you could have a map for them, but that's
Right.
part of the challenge.
Exactly. So another note is we have picked up quite a bit for the cart at this point.
Yes, you have. You've completely filled the card. I may need to start, doing other things. Let's see.
Yeah.
Brooke, Upper Hall.
If we're not breaking hot dog's back, we're not doing it right. All right, let's see.
Well, let's make him earn his keep.
Yep.
Oh,
Ju-
it's working
just-
though. Nice.
Just so y'all had, the ability to keep track of where you had gone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Technically, Tucker is with Rita, so attic for that too.
Of the lot of you, Ralph has entered the most unique rooms compared to everyone else.
Rita has done the least.
I mean, he found the occult room as listed, so it's definitely the most interesting rooms, I'd say, too.
Well, master bedroom, the cellar, the occult chamber. That's 3 rooms unique compared to the rest of you. Meanwhile, Brooke is in second place in that regard.
I've mostly seen hallways.
Well, yes.
The master bedroom would have Empire's Feast.
Right. Oh, right, I need to be in events too. Because we're going to start off with Brooke and V, so we need to swap to events 2, number 58.
Okay.
As I turn that down slightly.
Yeah, the song was going to be louder, probably. All right, just feel free to load the page, tablet. It doesn't want to. I'll try again. Apologies, I know this is making a ping for you, but I must refresh the page on the tablet. That fixed it.
There we go.
All right. 58? Yes.
Yes. Financial findings. Right then, Brooke, you are following Scale's directions to try and hunt down Esper again.
Yes.
So you go to leave the antechamber at Scale's direction, and you turn the corner and end up re-entering the antechamber. Scales looks very confused. V just has this deadpan expression and looks slowly up at Brooke. Are you sure we're going the right way?
Nope.
Oh boy! Lost! Now look, I haven't been that for the past however many hours.
1 second.
That was funny as hell.
And Brooke will. He's still holding the blue candle, right?
Yes.
Can I give that to Scales?
It can't hurt to try.
Yeah, kind of hold it up to him. Ask, can you hold this?
Scales scratches at their head, and they make the attempt, at the very least, to grab onto it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're holding it.
Brooke will let go, but be ready to catch it in case it falls.
It does.
And he catches it.
Yep.
Alright. That didn't work.
Scales just, like, folds their arms. It is giving the candle a bit of a look, tapping their foot silently on the floor.
Yeah, worth a shot. And then he'll place it on V's head.
But I don't need a new hat.
No, but I need a table.
My head isn't that flat.
And Brooke will pull out the lantern again.
Oh, as soon as you start pulling out the lantern, Scales begins to panic and move behind you quickly.
Oh, yeah, I think Brooke would have warned him. Sorry, I forgot.
No, it's okay. But yeah, Scales very obviously does not want to be caught in the light of that thing.
Mm-hmm. Brooke has seen this. He knows that.
Yep.
But basically, he is going to hold it up and see if he can find a way out.
So, V is about to make some snarky comment about your eyeball lamp. And there's this hushed whisper / shriek sound. And you see at either end of the antechamber those rippling, sort of fragmenting rifts from before. Like dark cubic corruption just hovering at the edges of your lamplight.
Oh. That's new, right?
Well, this happened the last time I pulled it out, so I figured something like this might happen again.
Oh! Great! Invisible problems! Where's Umbreon when you need them?
What do you expect when you enter a haunted mansion?
Not this! I mean, okay, I kind of expected, like, ghost invisible problems. Not whatever this is, as they gesture very firmly with one forepaw towards one of the rifts.
And Brooke will approach it, see if he can discern anything interesting about it.
You move closer, and the edges of the rift kind of remind you of zipper teeth.
Can I, like, pinch it closed?
Well, it's covering the entire exit and/or entrance of the antechamber. But you may attempt.
Can I find, like, the zipper pull anywhere?
You do not see the zipper pull thing, no. This is more rectangular. It's just that the top and bottom parts of it also kind of look like zipper teeth edges.
Okay. What about the other end? Same thing?
Yes, like the left and right sides are also zipper teethy.
Brooke's gonna put the lamp away at this point.
As it gets darker, you can no longer see the rift. And in fact, even though you know it's there, what you see ahead of you is a hallway that turns a corner.
I'm not sure if this is better or worse than seeing whatever that was.
Well, if both ways of the hall are just going to loop around, he's going to look at one of the walls.
Oh!
And he's going to superpower against it.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
When in doubt, make your own exit.
Yep. 3, 2.
Oh, it's
That'd be a crit.
That's solid.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Make a
As you-
Brooke-shaped hole in the wall.
As you lethally demolish this wall.
Let's see. Strength plus 5.
Plus an additional 2, because crit.
Right.
And you know what? It's fighting. I'll say that it's super effective against buildings. Audience-
boards. I get it.
Audience, remember I said that for later. I'm gonna forget. Fighting is super effective against buildings.
Ooh, that's 13 dice. Lucky.
Can't dispute that logic, honestly. Well,
I mean,
you still have a
fighting
chance.
does.
For
Yeah, I mean, fighting does have brick break, so
Yeah.
Yep. Also, it does not apply to damage rolls. So,
Fair.
the ones, not lucky chance. Lucky
That's
chance.
right. It's
Right.
accuracy only.
Thank you, Mala. So you bash through the wall, which causes the building to shake and groan. And there's this cloud of dust that rises up, and of course, V is hacking and coughing as they follow through after you. You find yourself in the reading room.
That's where Tucker was, right?
Correct. And, well, it looks like it's in a state halfway between showing you a memory and being whatever the normal state of the mansion is. There are patches where you can see, like, a cozy fire has been lit in the fireplace, but, you know, the actual fireplace is not lit. And you can see books and stuff on the shelves. You can clearly see, like, the edge of a patch where there should be a Dragonite statue there, and it's not there anymore. There's a patch that cuts off where you can only see the lower body of the Scrafty. And he just doesn't have a head.
Well, okay, this is getting worse.
Looks like this stage wasn't prepared yet.
Yeah, kind of like somebody only half painted the props. But at least we're out of that, whatever that room is.
Brooke will look over his shoulder and say, Scales, you there?
Scales peeks out from behind your shoulder. They nod and clamber back up to rest on your shoulder. They look mildly unnerved.
I won't bring out the lamp again. Sorry.
So they smile and they shake their head, trying to sort of console you with a few motions, since they're very aware that you cannot hear them for whatever reason.
Any idea where to go from here?
They look back and forth between the two doors because, well, they're not going to send you back into the antechamber. Which, by the way, you can look back and see the actual antechamber if you wish. It has not shifted behind you.
Hmm.
Scales takes a minute to sort of think it through. V, meanwhile, just sort of begins looking for things, including digging through the fireplace, getting himself covered in soot.
I assume I've taken the candle back at this point.
If you have not, they are still, wearing it on their head. Somehow it's still on there.
They have very good poise.
Oh,
Well, go ahead.
look at what I found.
And they just sort of drag out of the fireplace what looks to be a tarnished and partially melted golden frame of some kind.
Someone tried burning a painting?
They flop one ear to the side.
No, it's too small for that. Maybe a photo? But, I mean, the photo's not there.
Do they have photos in this world?
Yeah?
Oh, wait, are you asking out of character?
That was out of character, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Ignore the V speech then. Yes, but you have yet to see someone with a camera.
I mean, Pokemon can learn flash photography. It's-
Yes, they can do that. There's also Smeargle and various other Pokemon who would be capable of doing something like that. I mean, if you get a Magnemite artist, they can use like iron filaments.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, there are Pokemon that could emulate the creation of a photo.
Well, it's gold.
Like, I guess I can trade it or sell it or something. Aw.
I'm sure I know at least one Pokemon who'd be interested.
Do not mention them. Man, this is such a bust. The most fancy and or expensive thing I found is this candle on my head.
I'm not entirely sure what this flame is, but it doesn't seem to be hot.
It probably has something to do with ghost types. I know that Litwick and them have purple fire. So, I don't know. Blue? Ghost fire, maybe? Yeah. There
I
aren't
guess
any...
it's as good as mine.
I mean, there aren't any ghost evolutions, so I don't have anyone to ask.
Are all of your friends evolutions?
No, but also I don't really get ghost type guess.
I suppose they'd all go to Gloamingwood.
Yeah. I tried Spooky Night once. It did not go well.
Competition is fierce. Brooke will turn towards one of the doors and just peek behind one.
We're gonna pause that right there.
Okay.
You know, I suspect that for the Spooky Night attempt, I'm sure Umbreon was absolutely thrilled to be paraded around for that one.
Thrilled, gigantic air quotes. Oh, what should I use for Ralph?
Where'd be the Ralph again? Let's see. The Ralph be at the terrace now. Is Ralph still hanging out with the Esper, or do they part? I forget.
No, they parted.
Okay. I do love Ralph's ability to kind of hang out with antagonists and just kind of have a chill time with them. He's done this more than once.
Like the dude, like we were trapped in the we're going up the hotel.
The Zorar guy.
And I'm like, and I asked about like who's cleaning this up, and he stopped like,
Ralph has the ability to draw comedy out of anything. But yes, you know, we'll just go with E242, Ralph's theme.
Okay.
For the moment. So Ralph, you're on the terrace. It's not changed or illusory. It's dark out. You can see the gardens, including the glinting frozen bits that Brooke left behind. And you can also spot some places that were scorched.
nice. Alright, so I can see. Essentially, I can see where the battle happened. I wonder if I can't make my way down there. Might be a good idea to just start back at the beginning.
Well, you look straight down and... Well, you don't see the door you came in, but you can probably get down there. It might hurt a bit. Elaine and Ralph. As Lyre comes up down one of the halls, seemingly perfectly fine, while as well.
Oh!
Hey!
Hello, you two. And then he like pats his chest. Elaine, Ralph indeed. So, how are you two holding up in this spooky illusion maze?
Illusion maze?
Oh, have you guys not been getting special treatment from the Esper?
Esper?
Yeah.
Wait, is this the same one from the Hamlet that you talked about?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, we kept seeing the same painting all over the house, but we haven't exactly been just, like, jumping around places.
Yeah. I don't know about the rest of my team, but I've been, like, being sucked through some non-Euclidean space and seeing different illusions of the past of you mostly understand varying levels of realness. I found this. I'm gonna show him the statue.
Is that a gold statue of Kiratina?
Yeah, I saw past recording the illusion. Yeah, like a guy, I don't know, some guy was praying to it, like he was offering it rituals in exchange for knowing where the gold's buried.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
apparently there's gold under the gold.
Well, that explains an awful lot. Well, that's a neat find, though.
Yes, indeed.
She looks at the statue. It's probably... squints. 38 years old? Give or take?
I was hoping to be more ancient than that, but, gold is gold, I guess.
Nah, not enough wear or dust on it for it to be more recent. Sorry, ancient. Besides, old depictions of Giratina would have to be on a tablet, and they wouldn't use gold. Usually they would have obsidian, maybe some rubies or garnets if they could obtain them.
Because gold is shiny and life and stuff, and scary, spooky there.
Well, also because gold is associated with mercantilism and also Arceus' golden ring.
And you wouldn't see that. I also got trapped in a chamber underground. That wasn't fun.
Are you okay?
Yes, indeed. I didn't know it before, but I'm just a hint of claustrophobia.
Oh. And she just gives Ralph a hug, and, Lyre leans on you.
So have you seen the others at all, or...?
No, we haven't seen anyone. It's just been us. Actually, where's Hot Dog? Would you two please stop leaving me behind? As Hot Dog finally catches up with them. Oh, there you are. I thought you got lost. I almost did.
Oh, I totally got lost. Oh, what you got?
And he's got a couple of metal bangles that are now around his horns.
Sweet!
Stylish.
Actually, I suppose, since you guys aren't getting trapped in the, whatever weird game that the, expert's playing, I gotta follow you guys, instead of running the place and figure out what the heck's going on.
Ralph says that he's been wandering around this house and it's been sort of doing funky maze things to him.
Oh. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff whenever I get separated, but not much.
Yeah, one of the perks of being, a pioneer, I guess.
I
Perks.
suppose.
He, like, does the finger thing.
I wonder if it has to do with us being so close to Liar. Liar just looks at Mawile and tilts their head.
What would having us being close to Liar have to do with anything?
Well, Liar is associated with Xerneas, the legendary of life. Maybe Liar's spirit is just too, I don't know, pure, right? It's a theory, okay?
You read too
Oh.
many fairy tales.
Excuse you?
The temptation to avoid. Fuck!
What?
It's just a theory. Oh, those theories!
Oh no.
Oh, the temptation was there.
Oh, have you seen anyone else, Ralph?
Yeah, he recalls, well, the Esper, of course, and the weird playback puppets. Oh, the ghost, thing.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, poltergeist. I beat a poltergeist.
Really? Where? Those only manifest out of really old china. It may have been in an antique.
I'm going to be trying to remember how badly I beat it. It could be intact-ish. I fought it down in the basement. Come on, let's go. See if it's still there in the actual reality.
This place is a basement.
I mean, Ralph did go down to some sort of weird Giratina worship cellar.
Yeah, check
There's
it out.
a
I show him.
Giratina worship cellar.
Yeah, I show him the statue. Yeah, check it out. Apparently, the dude was praying to it and offering it sacrifices, and in exchange, it told him where gold was buried under here.
Hot Dog has a look of concern, but keeps his trap shut. Liar just sort of has sparkly eyes because the statue is gold, and is absolutely, oblivious to anything about Giratina being bad.
I mean, his boss is not amazing, so...
I mean, they've dealt with Eternatus, what do they care? Alright, so Ralph is going to try and lead everyone to the cellar. Is this correct?
Yeah. Keeping close by.
Alright. So you have a choice now. You can go left, or you can go right.
Let's see, I'm going from the other side, and I went right before, so now it's on my left, I should think.
Yes.
Alright, then we will go left as I try my darndest to remember how I got there before.
Okay. Let's see here. So, you make your way through the upper hall, and the house isn't twisting around. And it's weird to have the house not twist around just a little bit. There's eerie, like, creaks and groans, but you don't really hear an awful lot. By the time you find the stairs that will lead you down to the first floor, there is a crash that emanates from down there.
Yeah. Sounds like they're having some fun down there. Let's check it out.
I hope they're okay, whoever that is. This place is pretty old. I hope they don't keep doing that. It might come down on us.
Nah, foundational pillars.
What do you mean, foundational pillars? What do you know about architecture?
About as much as you do.
I am an archaeologist.
Indeed, that means she studies structures that have been standing for thousands of years. So, I mean, she should know something about how they stand, right?
Yeah. Foundational pillars.
All of the way up through the center of the mansion?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Neither does having a Giratina worship room. What do you care?
Hot dog. Were you learning to be an architect before you became a gladiator? They're still moving, by the way. You guys are like heading downstairs as they're having this conversation.
Yeah. We're walking and talking.
And, yeah, you get downstairs, and you're once again back in the foyer. So let me fix that.
I do have to admit, I didn't expect Hot Dog to just know about architecture.
I
Learned a
mean,
new side of him.
who do you think helped build Sea Spray? Like, there were Pokemon that came over specifically to build that city.
Isn't Sea Spray a town?
You know?
Semantics.
Oh, so you helped build this. Well, you guys did a really good job.
I didn't. Sea Spray was already built up before I came along. So I became a gladiator. It worked out for me. Mostly. Until all that nonsense with the bandits.
So, when you get to the foyer, if you look around, you can see down the central hall. Instead of just a hall that stretches on, you now see like a space that serves as a sort of like antechamber. And there's a pile of like rubble and a small cloud of dust that is still filtering down to the floor as you look at it.
Alright, so we have some rubble.
And I'm gonna pause you while you consider your circumstances. I'm sorry.
Weird. Like,
Pardon me, I'm going to... There. Sorry, OCD clearing notifications.
It's alright. I understand that.
Alright,
Let's see here. We're going to go back to E124.
Okay.
Gosh, I've gotten so much mileage out of these. Muddy Dream and Ill Occurrence is so much. I apologize.
It's okay. The PMD games made use of certain event songs quite heavily as well.
So, Ralph, Ryda. Oh, sorry, not Ralph. I'm so used to Ralph and Ryda being together. I'm so sorry.
This is actually kind of an uncommon pair up, I agree.
Yes, I'm literally so used to going Ralph and Ryda, R&R, just together, the dynamic duo. It's okay. We will fix this. I'm slowly consolidating the groups. I have a plan. So, Tucker and Ryda, you're currently in the attic with the Banette, as well as their Sableye minion? Hard to get a read on that relationship, given certain reactions. You have just witnessed them consume glowing threads of some sort that they drew out of a painting. The painting from the foyer. It's possible.
Was that the one with a portrait one?
Yes, the portrait of the Scrafty.
Yes, okay.
It's possible that Sableye has been watching all of you for some time now.
Did the painting change at all from it doing that?
Nope. Not that you can tell.
So more of a consumption of its energy or whatever, rather than physically damaging or tearing it.
Yep. It seems to have been something intrinsic that the Banette needed.
My first thought is it's eating memories.
But whose?
If that at all.
They turn towards you with a bright zipper grin.
So, are we ready to play hide and seek?
Weren't we not going to do that after we found the intruder?
Oh, of course! You can play any game you want. But first, we're it.
They're grinning almost too wide as their golden eyes glint in the dark. They make a gesture towards the door, and it creaks, groans, and folds in on itself, revealing a black rift that opens up like one might undo a zipper.
They've been getting all over, but I bet with your help we can find them in no time.
I suppose we shouldn't keep our guest waiting. And Ryder will start walking towards the door.
Tucker has been letting Ryda fill this one since they're the first one to talk to the Banette. He's been just observing the situation. He also goes with Rita, but before he does so, he'll actually slowly and kind of subtly unpocket the toys he grabbed and actually place them next to the chest real fast, remembering something that the Banette said before about not liking its toys being taken, just in case.
They seem to take notice of this and tilt their head curiously.
Oh, you wanted to play with those old things? It's fine, you can keep them. I'm a much better friend anyway.
All right. Tucker will kind of trepidatiously pick them back up then, since they might have some value.
We can always play with them later.
Tucker clearly doesn't trust the ghosts for now, but we'll go along with whatever Rita has in mind, if Rita has anything in mind. He does look like he has some additional things to tell Rita, but keeps it to himself for now.
Go on and get started. I just have to talk with my friend here for a second.
They just sort of wave you off through the rift, and then they turn, just sort of steepling their little puppety fingers, and begin talking in much more hushed tones with the sable eye. Which you stop seeing after you finish stepping through the rift.
Not surprising.
You find yourselves in a dark space. A small landing just before stairs leading down. It appears the first place that this Banette wants you to look is the cellar.
How lit is it again?
It is dark.
Yeah.
There be no light down here. Tucker will be relatively fine. Rita, I'm not so sure. I forget if Rita has a light source.
Rita doesn't. However, they do have a crystal lens that reveals footprints.
Yeah.
You do have one, and they appeared glowy for you, so that might be useful.
Mhm.
I take it you're looking through that?
Yep.
Alright, Rita. So, you look through that, and, boy, there are footprints. There are footprints everywhere. There's a number of small footprints that just seem to travel across a number of surfaces. Very, very short gait. So they must, move their legs a lot to get anywhere. But there's also large footprints that you recognize. Big, round, Snorlaxy footprints. They seem to make a circuit around this room in some regard, giving you a decent idea of its layout. There also appear to be rings? Odd that those would constitute as footprints, but the lens seems to think so.
As this is being observed, Tucker, given that he has a little more visibility of the room as a whole, will express to Rita that they seem to be in some sort of a cellar. And then note what Rita is doing, and wait to see if there's anything useful for what Rita sees through the lens.
After Rita scans the room, they sort of give a nod to Tucker. It appears Ralph was here, along with whatever it is we're looking for.
I don't trust that Banette, but I trust Esper even less. Tucker will actually go into a short explanation of the previous encounter of Esper, aware that Rita was not aware of this creature. In addition, though, after... actually, I guess I'll say, does Rita have anything to respond to involving that story?
Well, assuming you explain what happened with the box, Rita would remark, I see. Seems they're quite dangerous.
and unpredictable. I still don't know what they were trying to do. Besides just maybe have their own sort of fun? Hard to say. But that Banette, too. When my Dark Pulse touched their tendrils, they have an aspect. I don't know what it is, but they definitely have one.
Little thing.
Echoes across the rift. And the Banette slowly pulls themselves through, the rift closing behind them. Their golden eyes glow in the dark, and you can tell when they're tilting their head to and fro, looking around.
I could swear they were down here just a moment ago.
Good news. It appears I found a trail of sorts.
Really? Great.
Indeed.
Can you lead the way?
Yes, of course. Right this way. And Rida will start striding forward, sort of leaning on Tucker for, assistance navigating.
Tucker will serve as that and go where Rida wants to go, bearing in mind any sort of obstacles.
The Banette follows you. They occasionally just sort of, grab onto one of the shelving things down here and hoist themselves almost weightlessly up to higher areas to take a peek. So, the both of you may make insight survival alert checks to search the room.
Inside survival alert. That's a decent roll for me.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Oh, I see. Oh, that's actually a lot of sixes.
Damn.
Dice have decided to like everyone tonight. As you search this room, you find a number of things that could potentially be valuable, all sort of stored away. Old fixtures and bits and pieces. The stuff that you wouldn't normally see stored away by a regular person. So, whoever was here is probably well enough to do that they had so much crap they didn't know what to do with it. But there are a number of things that are gold. Molded or pieced together or made in part with it.
Rida will remark, seeing all of these things towards the Banette. Care if we procure some of these trinkets?
Oh. None of these things interest me.
They turn their nose up as if it's some sort of foul vegetable on their plate. Arms folded, they hop down from an upper shelf.
They don't have anything to do with me.
Yes, of
Father
course.
always
They
dis-
definitely seem beneath you.
Father always collected these things. But it's fine. They were nice and shiny, but we never liked to play with them. Some of them used to have something in them, but not anymore. I snacked on those first.
They smile and snicker as they sort of trot along, sort of looking around.
I'm not seeing our little thief. Are you sure you've got the trail?
Why, of course. I have a keen eye for such things.
They regard you.
Did the
Hey,
Banette
hey.
ever... Oh, yeah.
Rida, you want to do a cool contest perform check for me?
Alright.
While that's done, I was curious, did the Banette ever mention what was stolen by Little Thief?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. Interesting. Hey.
They believe you. They just sort of regard you with a golden glinty squint for a minute, and they shrug and smile. And then, when they turn around,
Ah! But where's the tea set? They were down here. I know they were. I put them on watch.
as they rush over to a shelf, patting it over, looking it up and down, peeking at it from a level angle.
Now, where did they go?
Perhaps it was the little thief, causing more mischief.
And the door is open too. Nobody opens Dad's door. Except Dad. Besides, there's nothing...
Tucker's ears simply perked to that, the way that the Banette is talking.
Oh. But there's nothing back there. We saw once. It's just all rocks now. Why would you open the door?
As they sort of tilt their head, peeking inside and standing in front of it.
There's nowhere to go.
Tucker speaks up. What was it the little thief stole from you anyways? It might help us find them.
He stole things. Precious things. Things that are mine and not theirs. Never give them up. Didn't mind at first. They played games. But then they started taking them.
They took things that were really important to you, huh?
There's an unpleasant crackling noise as they tilt their head to the side, almost like how a Mimikyu's disguise breaks. And their head twists around with a smile. The glint in their eyes flashing briefly in the dark.
Everything in here is precious to me. Well, they're not here.
Crack, crack, crack as their head turns back around.
That's okay. We can search somewhere else. They can't escape us forever.
Tucker does flinch at that neck movement, but only a little bit. He does seem to regard the Banette cautiously but sympathetically at this point.
So, Rida,
Yes.
having gone around in a circuit around the attic, not the attic, the cellar at this point, the only way you can think of for them to have gone is up through the cellar door. Because the only other tracks that sort of leave the area are those that go through the iron door that the Banette is standing by, and that leads to a rock wall.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the
Well,
door
in that
leads to a
case-
rock wall?
There's an iron door leading to a rock wall, and then there's the door that leads out of the cellar that's up the stairs.
Right.
Rito will gesture towards the door that leads out of the cellar, expressing, "It appears they went through there."
Only one way out, one way in. Well, okay. Maybe not one anymore. Alright, let's go.
As they begin to slowly pull down another rift for you to go through. And then there's this thunderous noise. And the house creaks and groans. The bayonet freezes in place and twitches.
Who's breaking my house?
Oh no.
Oh no.
And they claw over their face. I'm going to get you, little thief. Not just take my things, now you're breaking them too. Little thief, where are?
As they raise their hands up.
You.
Feel free to cut the music now. As suddenly the entire room twists. And rift after rift after rift begins to open.
He's losing it.
Oh man.
Real quick question: was Rita there for the other spooky adventure? I can't remember. I forgot.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Other spooky adventure was Riley.
Okay, that's what I thought.
V better not be too vocal about why he came here.
Oh, I guess I should invite the other mansion.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I was just making sure. Oh, also is the Sableye with us as well?
Nope.
Did that guy hang back? They had him back. Okay, I'll pull him over there.
But yeah, as he's opening rifts, Rita is going to hold on to Tucker to make sure they don't get separated.
Good idea.
E2 39.
This man is losing it.
Really? Again? Okay, fine.
Yeah, the tablet's been a bit finicky.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. There we
Oh,
go.
39. I was like, this doesn't match the tone at all. I was on 29.
29 is. That's completely opposite.
Yep.
Yeah. I was so confused. I'm like, huh, this is weird music.
And then everything was fine in the end. Alright.
Thought it was going to be, like, ironic. Oh, happy-go-lucky music, because he's losing it.
Did you
There's
say
an
we were plunged into darkness? Sorry.
Well, I mean, it's already dark there, but there are rifts opening everywhere throughout the room as it contorts and twists. For everyone, there is an intense sensation and sound of static. But Ralph, you hear something extra. Tick. Tick. Tick.
The mayor's twitching a little bit.
The rooms contort and twist. Cubic corruption multiplying across surfaces. Half-formed memories overlapping. Noise and vision alike. Ralph? What's going on?
Looks like a really powerful ghost type is not happy. He's looking like the. I forget its name.
Brooke, you peer through the door. And for a second, just a second, you see a gleaming little memory amidst a sea of black. It's a little Scraggy, playing with a doll, alone. Other toys strewn about. And then the door slams shut on you. Things creak and groan. Scales clings to you. And V scampers over to huddle close. The candle wobbles on their head, but still stays on.
Okay, what did you do?
You there, Brooke?
Right?
His mic seems to be on, but oh.
Okay. Take your time.
While that moment is taken, I'm curious to ask a question to Hydra. Is Ryda aware of aspects? And if so, to what degree?
Ryda, as far as they understand it, it's this weird power that some Pokemon seem to have, and they understand that your group has that weird power. But other than that, they don't fully understand it. They just know that, hey, you guys have this weird power that you can do sometimes.
Were they aware of anything like... I know they weren't there for it, but I can't remember when Scrying happened and when it didn't happen. Vespiquen, Mischievous... Were they... Well, actually, Mischievous wasn't an aspect, but were they aware of aspects like Vespiquen?
I don't recall
I guess,
timeline-wise.
Yeah.
But if it was the case, then it would just be another sense of, hey, this Pokemon has some weird power going on. I don't understand it, but it maybe has something to do with what the group can do. Because they've definitely seen the group do weird stuff that shouldn't be possible, like Ralph with his metronomes that seem to work more precisely, Tucker being able to use this form of connection, Brooke with his augmentation, and then obviously Tiber and Riley, their whole thing, even though they're like an anti of each other, like anti-aspect, Ryda does understand that they have some serious power. It's what drew them to the party in the first place.
Okay. The reason for my question
So they understand that it exists, but doesn't understand to what extent, how it works,
right,
or why, or anything like that.
Right, right. That's fair. Okay.
To interject.
Right? Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
welcome
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. You're good.
Ryder was there for Mewtwo's explanation, right?
Yep, that was about what I was going to say, actually.
Yeah.
Ryder was there for that. I don't think they fully explained aspects, but it was kind of part of it.
The quick reason for my question was simply
Pillars
that,
of existence, I think that was kind of the description of it.
simply that because Tucker, before the Banette showed up, was able to briefly say that Banette seems to have an aspect to Ryda, so I was just wondering how much context the Ryda had in that situation. All right, thank you.
Also, Mischievous did have an aspect. It was necromancy.
Yep.
V just asked what I did. Okay.
Yep. The whole house is starting to like creak and twist and groan. You saw the that shining little memory through the door before it slammed in your face.
I didn't do anything. At least, I hope not. Maybe that wall had a structural pillar.
I mean, it didn't look like it, I don't think. I don't know these things.
Little thief, little thief. The voice echoes across the rifts. There's shuddering, creaking, quaking as rooms are forced together. The corruptive rifts and cubic shadows sort of twisting and eating away the geometry of the place, seeming to combine and force together rooms. Even looking at the broken wall you left behind, you can already see that the corners are starting to meld away, and the reading room is merging with the foyer. And both Brooke and Ralph's team are now technically in the same space.
Am I the only one hearing that?
Nope. Everyone can hear it. Also, I know that was in character.
Nope, I can hear it too.
It's saying little thief. Did you do something?
I haven't done anything yet. And besides, anything I took has already been taken. We let you have the bag for a reason. It was your bag.
Oh, hey, other people.
Yeah, can I hear them,
Yeah.
arguing now? Alright, now that I can hear them and we're in the same space, we're a little reconvened.
Yeah, you can hear and see each other, basically. Like, the geometry of the rooms is starting to merge.
Yeah, I will approach them. Hey, awesome, let's group up. And I'll come up and give Brooke a hug. Oh, it's good to see you again. But making decisions is hard. I mean, making decisions for me is easy because, if I fuck up, it's just me. But I'm getting really nervous making decisions for these two.
Good to see you too, Ralph. Please put me down.
Yeah, I'll put him down. Yep, it was really fun except for the part where I got trapped in a cave-in. But I found this. So I will show Brooke as well, the statue. And just so we're all on the same page.
Well... Oh, I thought someone else was going to say something.
Nope, go on.
Well, it sounds like we've all been getting lost in this place.
Oh, no,
Does
actually... I was saying, I'll actually briefly show the statue to be. How's this? Did I do good?
Ralph, you're getting extra pay for this. You actually found something valuable. There were things of value. This wasn't a bust.
And they flop over and the candle finally topples off their head.
Brooke will pick it up.
Hey, Ralph.
Indeed.
You see a totodile on Brooke's shoulder.
Oh, it's just like a ghostly apparition of your old self. Nah, they don't look tough enough to be you and your totodile.
Brooke will kind of look at Ralph. You can see him?
Scales looks shocked.
Yeah, I guess I'm just talented like that, but yeah, I can.
Scales also attempts to talk to Ralph. Ralph, you cannot hear them even though they are moving their mouth.
Yeah, you're muted, buddy. I pat him on the head.
Your hand goes through them and they just, sag their shoulders and hang their heads so dejectedly.
Aww.
Poor guy.
We'll figure it out, buddy. Don't worry.
Little thing, where are you?
I can explain later.
You better hide. You better hide, Beef.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything, I promise, I swear!
And they try to, hide under Liar. Hot Dog just
gives Mawile some side eye. So, you still think that Liar can...
This does not seem like a regular problem, hot dog.
Point taken. Should we leave, or...
Do you think we can leave?
Yeah, I don't know, let's try it.
Actually, no, that's a good point. Sorry for the sass.
Ralph is such a Hufflepuff.
I mean, no offense taken. I mean, I was also sassing, so, and he shrugs. But yeah, like, you can see the front door from where you are, considering the foyer and the reading room have combined, and at this point now also the master bedroom has started to, like, slide up, and the hallway has just sort of disappeared from between the two rooms, and the walls between them are disintegrated. So now there's just, like, right next to the reading lounge chair, there's this master bed. And stuff. It's all starting to become very jumbled. And there's these black, patchy rifts in places. Brooke and Ralph, go ahead and make insight survival alert checks.
Indeed. What does the bayonet look distinct? Because out of character, I think I know what's going on, but I don't know that I would know it in character.
As you're making these rolls, what do you mean by the bayonet looking distinct?
Is the bayonet the same toy that the kid was playing with?
Oh, right, of course, because you haven't encountered the bayonet. So, yes, the thing is, unlike a normal bayonet, they have gold eyes, because normal bayonets have, like, the magenta red eyes. So they have gold eyes, and, like, they've, from what Tucker and Ryda have been able to see, they seem to have, like, dress clothes on, but also every time they have seen the bayonet, whether they've realized it or not, it's perfect good time to mention it now, the clothes have been different.
Huh. Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, so you saw it the first time and it had, like, a nice little, slightly tattered tuxedo outfit. The second time you saw them when they came into the basement, it was a different outfit.
Tucker is collecting details on this Banette, honestly. At this point.
I apologize, that was relevant information.
It's quite okay. So I guess that means Enio's outfit is canon, because it could be one of many options.
So, both Ralph and Brooke, occasionally, in those dark, patchy pieces, around which seem to emanate fragments of memory that you can see playing back, now, unfortunately, silent, which does not make anything better about it. You would see, like, a golden eye looking around, dilating almost like a cat's eye as they shift and peer, not seeming to regard you if it happens to notice.
Brooke will address Hot Dog this moment and say, Hot Dog, take V, Liar, and Mawile and leave the mansion if you can. Ralph and I will look for Ryda and Tucker.
You got it, leader. Alright, the rest of you, come on.
We can handle ourselves. We'll be okay.
You just had a mini panic attack because the rooms are starting to come together. Or whatever this is, we are leaving. And then, just in one motion, not only does he use one forelimb to grab Mawile, he brings his head down underneath Liar to scoop them onto, like, their shoulders, and puts V in their mouth and begins leaving.
Nice.
Don't worry, we'll be out with you soon. Finding your stuff. We gotta solve the scary, spooky ghost.
You gotta get your shit.
You got it. I agree.
I don't agree to this, but also I agree to this. Don't die.
Haven't done it yet.
Yeah, we got a pretty good record going.
Pangara would be so mad with me, and I don't think Tucker would be very happy either.
Tucker feels
Oh,
a pang of
free
worry from the
reliever.
distance.
Don't you tell me to shut up, you.
As the hot dog, like, headbutts the door, bonking V in the process.
Holy crap, we're outside!
And the door slams shut. Leaving the both of you alone in a slowly changing house.
Hello. Well, we could hear each other, so this is worth a shot. Myself, we're just gonna shout, Tucker, Ryder, can you hear me?
You hear that?
Tucker, Rida, you hear a faint echoing voice through the rifts. It sounds familiar. The Banette is looking around at the rifts, slowly moving their limbs, contorting their digits in strange ways that seem to match how this house happens to be twisting.
Where are you?
Hey, Tucker.
Mhm.
Could you give me an empathy roll?
Sure. Insight contest etiquette.
Yep. And while you're doing that, Rida, are you doing anything?
I could attempt something very risky.
Thank you again, Lucky Chant.
Excellent. So that's a 6.
Also risky, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I'm very interested in this idea. As you compile that, Tucker. Brooke, I don't think we're just dealing with Jesper anymore, Ralph. Ralph,
Yeah,
agreed,
right.
this isn't their style of trickery.
Yeah, this isn't their style of trickery. They're a bit more creepy and it's a little bit silly. This is just absolutely unhinged madness.
Yeah, and I mean, by now you would have been in the box. Let's face it. But, Tucker, you can tell that the Banette is starting to strain. You can, beyond the sounds of the house, you can hear their seams creak, and there's something about the way they motion and move, like they're trying to force whatever power this is to function beyond capacity.
It's clear they're overextending whatever they're doing.
Tick, tick, tick. You hear a sound from beyond one of the rifts.
Tucker immediately looks towards that rift, if it stays in one place long enough to look at it.
So, Rida, what is it you're thinking of doing?
So, my risky idea was, what if I just used hypnosis on the Banette to make it fall asleep? But I have reconsidered and thinking that may not be a great idea. Because that is a big risk. And I don't think Ryder would try and take that risk. So instead, they are going to try and scry on their orb to... What do you think would be better? Scrying on the party or trying to look for the Esper?
Does Ryder know that the thief is in us?
Rida's already been
Tucker
told
did.
about the Esper.
Tucker did
Okay.
inform about the
Yeah.
Esper, yeah.
I mean, they just want the little thief, and then we can go free, so...
Tucker
If
does note that he doesn't know if it's particularly that Esper, but it's probably that Esper, considering past history.
Oh, Wright is gonna trust Tucker and try scrying to see if they can find an Esper in this place nearby.
Okay.
Surely they would have high psychic energy, so they could focus in on that at least.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll for scrying.
Insight, survival alert.
Solid.
There's a large amount of interference due to the rifts. You scry one location, and for some reason you're shown another. The very nature of whatever this is seems to skew what you're looking at, or attempting to look at. But you catch glimpses of it. It seems to be moving from one place to another. Brief flashes of the little lavender-colored feline. They appear to be carrying something, though you can't exactly see what at the moment. As for the where, in one flash they're passing the terrace again, but they quickly move on. And then you see the kitchen. And then you see a child's room?
Ryda is going to sort of get the Banette's attention, expressing, I've located them, and then show the orb to show their location, because they would know the manor better than anyone. And if they can just teleport around, there's your thief, get him.
There is a sickening brief crack as their head snaps around in one rapid motion. The zipper frown on their face. Where? And they look at the orb, and their eyes glow. And in the house, all hear. There you are. And in every rift, a golden eye. The house rumbles, and the Banette brings their hands together like a trap snapping shut. Rooms shift and compress, wood groans and creaks and wails, metal shrieking as it twists. Until all of you are in one strange space. It's not quite the attic. It's not quite the kitchen. Not quite the foyer, the reading room, the master bedroom. In some ways, it reminds one of a cluttered attic or basement. Items and appliances of all kinds seemingly shoved into the corners, stacked in strange and haphazard ways. Leaking from between the cracks of wall and floor, bits and pieces of fragmented corruption. You can see through whatever blackness lies above where a ceiling should be. Twisting, non-Euclidean hallways, an antechamber that repeats itself again and again and again.
And at one end, a terrace that leads out into oblivion. In place of sun or moon is a single golden eye. And when things finally settle, and the Banette turns around, they seem to relax and sigh a bit. In the center of the room is Esper. They are sipping out of a cup. Oh. They look over at Brooke. Oh. I have found you. They point with the teacup, causing it to spill its contents onto the floor.
Oh. Yeah, you did.
No, I take.
Brooke will produce the present that Esper gave him.
Yeah.
This thing?
Where did you get those things?
The Esper handed it to me?
Thieves. Thieves. Everyone. I won't let you take these precious memories.
They swing their arm out. And it looks like they want to try and grab the present. Are you going to do anything, Brooke?
Brooke's going to... I think just in reaction, Brooke's going to throw it into the air.
Alright. Just give me a dex check.
Solid.
Alright. Yeah, you tossed it into the air, and their, extended arm pauses, and then makes a 90-degree correction and extends further to snag the present out of the air.
Oh,
Oh, good catch! Wow.
no. That is mine.
And then it is cubed out of existence. There is just silence for a minute there as the Banette stares at their currently empty claws.
Oh no.
Jesper looks around.
I'm bored now.
And they just pop out.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh no.
You know what you should do? And I point slightly at the bayonet. You should get mean look.
Let me check something real quick. They do that. Let's see here.
Internally, Ryder's like, wow, I have to learn that technique.
They glare at Ralph.
Thieves. All of you.
They twist their head, looking back at Ryder and Tucker.
I have done the opposite.
You two. All of you together. Grimsby!
And the Sable Eye
crawls from between the cushions of the reading room lounge chair.
Oh no. Everything's all jumbled up. Oh. What's wrong, Mr. Rex? They took it! They took it! They took it! They took it. They took the last thing. It's okay. We'll make new memories. It's alright. No! You're going to help me make them pay. Oh. Well, I guess we can do that too. They might have some nice things to eat on them. That's right, Mr. Grimsby. It's okay. I was starting to get hungry anyway.
They twist their head back to look at Tucker and Rida with a manic smile.
So sorry. But this time, we're playing for keeps.
And they throw their arms out, and the room seems to explode. As that is the best word for it. It's still a jumbled mess of rooms and hallways, but walls and floors, furnishings seem to just sort of rise up and pop out at random on the surfaces. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Also, Grimsby said Mr. Baggs, right?
I believe
correct.
he said Mr. Yeah.
Grimsby, the Sableye, called the Banette Mr. Baggs, and Mr. Baggs called the Sableye Mr. Grimsby.
Okay. Again, something that Tucker would have observed. So.
And we can now move on to E259.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not good.
I'll do that in just a second. Let's see.
Alright, and while you all do that, I'm going to also mandate, now that initiative is being rolled, once you have your totals ready for me, everybody needs to take a bathroom break and stretch.
What's the number again? I was rolling.
59? It's V struggle.
159.
259.
Okay. 259. Okay.
Yeah, it's V struggle.
Ah, gotcha.
In that case, I will get some water.
Break time, good idea. Nice.
Yeah. Like, we're ready to put this spirit to rest. If only I had a Snickers. Yeah, I think I've worked out that this bayonet is like the kid's toy.
Me.
I don't know that Ralph would pick up on that because I'm not sure. I don't think Ralph's seen a lot of hallucinations of the kid, or of him as the kid. But as a player, I think I'm pretty sure I've picked up on that.
Well, Tucker knows quite a bit at this point. He's kind of connected a few dots. And damn, I can't remember. Ralph, I know that you know what the ticking means. Like, if I recall, Ralph was the only one that didn't get frozen by the time thing at one point. Right?
Yeah, the ticking's like the sound of my aspect, or the sound of like the person who gave it to me.
Right.
A person.
Does it relate to the butler at all? Because the butler had time power, so I was trying to remember.
I don't recall.
I can't remember either. Yeah,
There's a really long time in between some of the heavier story beats.
We haven't seen them in a while, so I'm trying to remember some details.
Yeah, and quite frankly, we have not been taking notes like we probably should have been.
Honestly, what's more confusing is why did Tucker hear ticking?
Indeed. You haven't seen anything about the butler and the other observers for some time now.
Mhm. I'm trying to remember if Tucker would even correlate to them. The ticking, I mean, specifically. The aspect thing, though, he would.
Is everyone here?
I think somebody needs to step away for a break.
I'm still here.
Kyrio may have stepped away then.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the extent of people or characters understanding that Mr. Bags is the same doll, Ryda simply would not care enough to put two and two together. This whole time they're like, okay, if I just give them what they want, they'll leave us alone. And now he's going off the rails and they're like, God damn it. I should have just ended you when I had the chance.
Oh.
Ryda was on the right track, but also Brooke destroyed a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooke made the choice to escape forcibly, which is not necessarily wrong, but also it made Mr. Bags sort of upsetty spaghetti.
Ryder was literally only going along with it so it would leave us alone. They didn't care about their sob story, they didn't care about whatever the heck they had going on, they were just, if we do this, you will leave us alone so we can get our job done and leave.
Hello,
Yup.
Kyrio.
And welcome back, Kyrio. Yeah, so part of the plan was that you guys were just going to come across that eventually Bags was going to start corrupting the rooms more and more to find the thief, and like you would just come across the Esper as Bags is starting to get aggressive with you guys, and they would just walk in sipping on a cup of tea, really loudly slurping, and it was supposed to be funny. But this is what we got.
But I took a shortcut.
You did, and that was not wrong. It's just stuff worked out this way, and that's okay.
That's how it be when DMing. The party decides to break down a wall. Okay, I guess we're doing this now.
I assume at this point we've noticed the other group of our team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have seen them. They were on the opposite side of the room of you guys, and now, well, you're kind of divided by space a little bit, and because of the way the room has exploded, quote unquote, you also have been moved further apart.
That makes communication hard, which is a problem for what Tucker wants to do. Alright then.
Let me roll their initiatives.
I'm trying to remember, like, obviously Mr. Banks is a word we've heard before. I'm trying to think Mr. Grimsby, though. If I'm aware, if this has come up anywhere else. I can't think.
I don't believe that was a name we've heard before this, unless it was in the attic.
Yeah, not a
Nope.
name, nor do I remember any other Sable Eye iconography or any portraits involving a Sable Eye, so I think they might be newer to the situation.
I have a theory,
Let's
but
see.
can't really say nothing about it.
That's fair. My open ponderance is not something I will spoilerify to.
Wow, gosh dang. Right.
This is a nice song. Also, literally refusing to engage with most parts of the situation. The right of Q compares to the only because are accurate. Who's Q?
Q is Enio's character from my campaign.
Oh.
And, yeah, he is very much... He's not Ryda in the sense that he feels emotion, but most of it is just disdain. Very, like, serious, I don't have time to, like, play around. This is childish. Can we just get this done? Yeah, so they would align perfectly in terms of being serious and that sort of thing.
Did we ever get any names besides Mr. Baggs out of anybody that lived in the manor as well?
Nope.
Okay, didn't think so.
Just Mr. Bags, and Mr. Bags called the Sable Eye Grimsby.
Yeah, that too. Okay.
I'll explain it later. This is the middle of a fight. But,
yeah.
like,
I'm just collecting information that may be relevant to what Tucker does.
like, unlike the more traditionalist Pokemon here in the Plains continent, these guys were probably just named on a whim.
Yeah. As one
something rich family from not here. And Grimsby probably just got named by Mr. Bags because Mr. Bags thought a name would be needed.
Yeah, there does seem to be a subservience here, so I figured they probably named him.
So, to start, I need somebody to roll me a Doom die.
Oops.
Just runs right over to it. 4.
Yes.
4? Okay. Oh, I should have had you roll the d4, actually. There's only 4 effects. It doesn't matter. You got a 4.
Yes.
So, due to the nature of the field at the moment,
What are we in a trick room or something?
please take note of the battle initiative card. The field is at the bottom.
Ooh.
Ah,
All of you,
Yes.
aside from Bags and Grimsby, now deal -2 damage. This will
Ew.
change every round.
oh boy.
What spaces don't do -2?
We
I
will
guess
deal
non-corona ones.
-2 damage.
That is
this
a-
turn.
Ah,
Yeah, it is a field effect imposed upon you guys.
I see. Only to us, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my first turn's always set up.
Yep. It is now your turn, Rita.
Yippee. Question. Would the last Calm Mind still be in effect, or would that have passed?
That will have passed.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna roll for Calm Mind.
Okay.
Inside fight channel. 10. Yes. So my special defense is back.
Yes.
Should also probably update the initiative tracker on the right.
Ah, yes, of course. I will do that while you continue to do your turn.
Yep.
Because it's Rita, Ralph, Bags.
Alright. I suppose with that done, everyone has Lucky Chance, so that saves me a turn. It's ghost type, so probably Growl isn't very effective. In that case, we're gonna do something we haven't done in a while. Echo Chamber. It's
Ah,
like contest perform.
-2.
It's still 9 dice.
I guess this is a good question, too. Can everybody see Scales in the party?
Yes, you can.
Right.
Scales
Okay.
is the only non-party member to not have escaped.
Okay. I was also tracking to see if it was more than just Ralph that could see them. Okay, yeah. All right, then.
Thank you for bringing that up. I forgot.
It's okay. There's a lot of contemplation going on in my and Tucker's head.
Yes. I now have Echo Chamber up. Let's go. I should really make an icon for that.
Maybe.
If you do, I can add it as an element.
Oh wait, I was just gonna use this old one. Hold on.
That works too.
Bam.
Wait, what's this again? Calm Mind or something?
Echo Chamber.
Echo Chamber.
Oh, Echo Chamber.
So, Echo Chamber, for those who need a reminder, basically allows Rita to perform double actions, but it reduces their accuracy by half.
Ah, okay.
Yes. It perfectly copies all physical moves, which is useful with the orb in play. with the same accuracy and damage rolls as the initial go. But the attacks must be evaded or clash separately. This is the perfect time to bring out your ace in the hole.
Mm-hmm. Mark committed a crime or injustice. Mark wouldn't apply here. Nah.
Sadly not.
Nope. They haven't
not a
done
crime to
an
wreck your own
atrocity or
house.
an injustice. That's all I can do setup-wise. Leaving just attacking. I suppose I can go for one attack. We're gonna go for a physical psychic.
Yay! I forget. Is Psychic super effective against Ghost?
Nope. It is not.
It's not. So I look over at the type chart.
So -4, then divide. 6, fight, channel. So 3 dice. But move goes off twice if this succeeds. Ah.
Which move did you use?
Psychic, but physical via orb.
I see. Physical via orb. Okay.
So, who are you striking at?
I'm going for the Banette. I'm tired of this guy.
Okay. Go ahead.
Alright, that's special plus 3. So 4 plus 3. So
-2.
5. Yep. So 5 dice.
Nope.
Oh
Oh.
no, Kyrio!
That makes me save the table. One moment.
Hey, still 3 damage. Twice.
It is still 3 damage twice.
Oh, we also dropped for call.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
blip?
I'm back.
Hello.
welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, blip.
Yep, just a little blip.
Understandable.
So, yeah, Ryda, you bap him twice with your psychic orb. Like, there's almost like this plush toy squeak noise as the orbs bap into him, and he tilts his head to the side and then crack to look over at you.
Ooh, that's a fun toy.
Is that your turn for now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Ralph.
Alright, let's take a look here.
Oh boy, Ralph is at the biggest disadvantage.
Yes,
What?
indeed.
Oh.
Being, Alright. Firstly, we're gonna have 9 HP left.
We can't use Odor Sleuth.
It has a trade-off.
Oh, right,
though.
yeah, he can. Yeah, but it means he can be affected too.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword if he uses it.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
the tank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. He's a tank, but he's slightly
Yeah.
hurt. So just
Yeah, I am damaged somewhat.
not that heavily though.
But we are going to buff up. It's half my total is 5.
Because we round.
So
Yeah.
you round down.
Oh, you round
Rounding
down.
up would be 6, yeah.
Okay.
So that would bring me to 4. Yeah, we're gonna belly drum for a tough contest performed.
Wait, you're at 9, you're rounding down, so that's 4.5
No,
rounded
it's-
down to 4? No, wait, I'm...
No, it's half of
Oh,
total.
it's total! Never mind, I'm bad.
Yes, yeah.
That was current for some reason. Ouch.
It would be pretty busted with total. Alright, so it'd be tough. Yeah, to perform. And we go. It's one hell of a flexing. Good thing that's a self-targeting move.
Honestly, good question. I don't remember why anybody's damage either.
Oh, right, the garden battle. Yes.
Oh, Garden Battle,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
There you go. Look at that. Tasty, tasty, tasty. Now I am super strong.
Tasty strength. Delicious.
Yep. Delicious and nutritious strength.
Indeed.
Yes. Now let's lick the let's lick this bayonet and give him a nice taste him.
Ugh. Super effective.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Lick has been quite a handy little back pocket thing. Now it's gonna be a Dex 5 brawl. No, there's 2 for that accuracy. Go as the tongue rolls out and a slapper plapper. Blah. That gonna be a dodge to contend with or damage?
Yes.
So strength +1, which is 10.
No, they're dodging.
Oh, okay. That's
That meets it. As the bayonet spins and contorts, bending forward just enough that your tongue manages to whiff above them.
flash. Ah, you're really good.
I know those tricks. Good try, though.
I'm looking over my stuff right quick. Yeah, this guy. And it's. Normal attacks do hit Sableye, if I recall, yeah?
Sableye is Dark Ghost.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They are immune to normal fighting and psychic.
Indeed, unless I order some move.
Yep.
Quite a
And
powerful combination they have.
that will be -1. And yes, Dark Ghost is quite the powerful combo.
Also,
Yeah,
if I
when
recall, Esther's favorite Pokemon is Sableye, too.
when Sableye came out, Sableye and Peritune, I recall, were, I don't know if they were considered like meta like on the world stage, but like in my school they were considered meta because there was no combination that was super effective against them.
Yep. They were a very good defensive Pokemon, even if they weren't like a great Pokemon overall.
Yeah, Sableye and Spiritomb had that special typing.
So go ahead and roll
Do
Odor Sleuth.
I don't know. Insight Survival Alert. It'll do that. Yeah, that is that.
No.
I
Oh.
can't smell them.
Ralph tries to odor sleuth and just static.
Yeah,
Oh no, the sinuses.
yeah.
hat?
There's. I do have hats, but I think it would be fun if the static like distracted me too long to like, because I feel like the hat, it's not something he goes, I'm gonna do this. It's more like a passive, like I decide I'm gonna do it, but I feel like the hat works more passively and just weirdly gives him luck. And I'm
Fair
gonna say the static like distracted his connection to it long enough. So I think that's more interesting.
Okay.
Are you going to do anything else with your turn, Ralph?
Oh, that's funny.
See, my plan was to odor sleuth then rest, so I could like snore more HP. We will hold.
You're going to hold? Okay. It's Bag's turn. And finally, you all receive the warning. Warning. Aspect detected. Corruption. Even you, Rida. You are in such close proximity and so engulfed by this, and have been so close to Tucker, whose power is connection, that you briefly receive this warning. It just happens to appear on your orb instead of in your mind like a HUD.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
And they point at you, Rida.
I was expecting that.
And their hand slips
Ungrateful.
through a rift. So, I will let you know this is an attack.
I suppose. That's a -6 to my evasion, which is 3 dice.
You have a chance.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and evade. Whatever this thing's doing, I don't want any part of it. Yeah.
That is wise. That is very wise. As their hand pops out of the rift and tries to knock away the orb.
Yeah, I figured. I figured.
Oh, don't like it when someone else plays with your toys? How about this?
Is it also targeted towards them?
Yes.
Leave me alone, damn it. I don't have any dice, I have 1.
Are you gonna try?
Try with 1 dice?
I mean, do you want a chance die?
Do you want to risk it?
Risking it seems very bad.
Darn. All right.
I'd be very tempted. I'm gonna play it safe. No.
Okay.
I should play it safe, not be risky. Just take it.
The battle just started. Come on.
Yeah, let me not throw caution to the wind just yet.
Oh, now that's a fun little trick. Let's see what happens when I do this.
And they twist
Also-
their body around. Oh, goodness. Just trying it for...
No. This is. I just remembered. Psychic has the chance dice to it that I didn't roll.
Oh. Yeah, roll again.
Do I do that twice or
Yes.
just the once?
Yes, you do
Okay.
it twice.
Just making sure.
Sadly, no.
Alright, because I just remembered it. I'm like, oh wait, chance dice exist. Alright, continue.
The corruptive darkness manifests around the orb, and suddenly it seems to weigh very heavily in your hands. Your orb can no longer channel moves to make them physical. It can channel moves to make them special.
Buddy.
Aw, don't like the rules? Too bad. I'm the one who makes them.
Ryda just glares at him. Don't touch my stuff.
And while we're at it,
They lean back and a spectral nail appears over their body.
You know.
let's
Oh.
get rid of that. Crispy, make sure you patch me up.
And it uses curse. Who wants to roll the d4 and see who it hits?
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry. I got it first.
Proceeds to roll a d6.
I still rolled it
Let's roll a
4
three.
within 4. It's fine. Dice knew what I was doing.
Brooke, you are now cursed.
God.
Sorry.
You now take -2 to all rolls.
Oh, lovely.
That is what Ghost version of Curse does in this game. Congrats.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the one that tries to kill you.
Alright. -2 to all rolls?
Yep, I'm going to mark it on the initiative card.
Okay.
However, that hits them for half their HP.
What an idiot.
Well, he did ask for a heal, so.
Hmm. Don't worry, Brooke. It's not that bad. Trust me, I had candy that's done that.
You're not shooting a gun at people. I need my accuracy.
Oh, is there anything else they can do? Okay, yeah. They're gonna chance this.
Oh my god.
They are chance dicing Spite at Tucker.
Ooh. What's Spite do again?
It will reduce your will to 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's not good, actually. Alright then.
Yeah, Spite is mean, and if it has something else to drain your will, or you forced yourself to use will, you're out.
Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah,
like
don't
afterwards or
hang.
before?
After
What do
you use the will. When you're at will 0, you're knocked out.
Right. This will put me at 1, right? It doesn't reduce you from total to 1, right? Because that's an important difference.
It reduces your will to 1.
That's not as bad, at least. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't reduce your total to 1. It
Wait, is
reduces
there any
you to
roll?
1.
There's no roll against this. Is it just gonna happen?
It's a move. You may dodge it if you
Okay.
want.
Alrighty, yeah. So let's see here then. Well, he just used a chance die, so he only has 1. Yeah, I'm gonna dodge that, of course. Let's see.
I should note your title functions in this space.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, that's a good point. I guess this is dark. Okay, good to know. Alright, Dex 5 evasion, though. Let's see. 3, 3, and 2. Okay.
I'm guessing that curse wasn't evadable then.
Good enough.
No, it was not.
It wasn't really an aimed attack. It was a voodoo thing. I get it.
Yeah. I assume curse in the games is guaranteed hit because of the fact it has such a penalty associated with it for the user.
It does not. This is
Oh.
well, okay, in the games you can't really dodge support moves, but in Pokerole you can. This is Banette curse, so meh. Yes, also you dodge the spite. It like the Banette hurls this like these threads full of dark energy at you and you sidestep them.
Tucker still feels the hate coming off of it all the same, but
But yeah, the reason I did not ask for an evasion on the curse is because you're in the spaces and he decided somebody's getting cursed today.
Yeah, fair.
Speaking of, it's Tucker's turn.
right. Let's see. So everybody is now aware of the whole aspect thing. Originally he was going to communicate that to Brooke, but Also, how big is the space between everyone?
Fairly large.
So it's
So-
difficult to talk, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you can all talk to each other.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is not difficult to talk. It's not that distant, but it is
Okay.
a large space. And currently there's like a lot of clutter in your way, making it very difficult to attack.
So coordinating attacks is probably going to be hard, but we can speak.
Yes. That is why the current corroding spaces penalty is -2 damage.
I have another interesting question that I've never thought of before. Odor Sleuth allows normal type moves to affect the ghost type. What about typeless moves? What is their rule?
If something is typeless, it can affect anything,
Okay.
as far as I understand.
They are fairly physical, so I was wondering if they would default to a normal typing sort of that will pass through a ghost aspect or not.
Oh, like things like grapple
Mhm.
and whatnot. I would say they still function unless the ghost words specifically has some sort of etherealness effect going on.
Noted. I mean, it does help probably that Tucker is also a dark type, but
Yeah, you are a dark type. Yeah,
scary,
and
though.
neither of these ghosts has an ethereal thing going on.
oh shoot, I need to really quickly remember how Ghost and Fairy interact because I actually do not remember.
So, if we look over at the type chart, Fairy
yes,
is it's super effective against fighting, dragon, and dark.
Okay.
Otherwise, it does not interact. Fairy moves, however, would be super effective against Sableye because it is Dark Ghost.
Right, that's true. Don't have any of those really yet, but okay. I think that Tucker will lead with. Okay, he's going to lead with baby doll eyes. So I'm going to retextualize this for him, for us. So instead of looking at the Banette, he's going to look at the Banette with not necessarily cute eyes, but more sympathetic and disarming ones. Still baby doll eyes, regardless. Let's see if I can roll it.
Okay. While you do that, give me 1 second. Actually, I messed up
Yes.
dinner. I didn't see the time.
Oh, you're fine. Let's see. 4, 4, 1. Okay. Okay. I don't think the Banette's really dodging at this point. Oh, yeah, I forgot to set priority.
Alright. That's Baby Doll Eyes, and you're using it on the Bayonet?
Yes.
Alright, that will hit it.
Okay.
It cannot dodge. It's run out of dice.
I will do an expression then with it then. Tucker steps forward in a guarded but determined sort of way towards the Banette, giving them a strong yet sympathetic expression. While Tucker expresses, "Is this what Mom and Dad would want, Mr. Baggs? What's going on here? What you're doing?"
And what would you know? Sad little puppy here all alone. Even with your friends. You haven't seen what I've seen. And I've seen you. Lonely little boy on the farm. Whatever you used to be.
And their gold eyes narrow at you.
Tucker cocks his head slightly, not expecting that sort of observation to come from the Banette. Maybe you know a few things about me, but I don't know so much about you. But I know an aspect when I see it. You're in pain. I've seen it before.
Shut up. Stupid thieves. Thinking they can get in the way of our fun, Grimsby. But it's okay. We'll still get to play.
Tucker doing anything else with that turn?
Yes. Tucker's not just going to sit back during this, not like he used to. He's going to use Dark Pulse now. Let's see. Again, towards the Banette.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and -2 is that. There we go. Wow, okay.
That'll hit.
Tucker will lash
That's
out.
also a crit.
It is a crit, yeah. So that's also super effective and crits. That's +1 to the dice.
+1 die and
and
+2.
+1 automatic success, right?
So +2 dice on a crit,
Yeah.
which we'll just say that negates the corroding spaces negative.
Okay.
So just go ahead and roll your special +3, and there's the automatic damage applied as
Sounds
well.
good. All right then. Let's see.
Wait,
Nope.
let me. Okay, all non-dog type moves.
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, at least Lucky Champ means no. Wait, no, not damage.
Yeah,
I remember.
still like that's still 3.
That's yeah.
Go ahead and
More importantly,
go ahead and roll for your flinch, and then also.
yes. Holy crap!
Oh, okay.
That's exact. Okay, well then.
So
Okay.
flinch applies. So he really can't do anything now.
Tucker, okay, I can I express something? Or go ahead if you want to.
Go ahead.
Okay. Tucker lashes out with the Dark Pulse, not too dissimilar from earlier when he was guarding with it. Tendrils that he reaches out along the ground. The Banette is damaged by them, but more or less they're more encumbering the Banette. He's trying to slow them down. Hence the flinch.
Oof. Well then, anything else you would like to do?
What do you think about this? Talking is generally seen as a free action, but if too much is done, I feel like it's worth a penalty, right?
Yes, it is.
So, could I take another action of talking to Grimsy?
If you want.
Okay, just a short thing. I'm happy to take a -2 out of that. Alright. As Tucker does this, he looks to the Sable Eye. Mr. Grimsy, you said something about making new memories. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. That's all.
Oh, that's not even worth a penalty.
Okay, I'm just being fair.
I thought you were going to go on a long thing.
No.
No. Short stuff like that.
Tucker's been just observing what people are saying. He's picking up on things. Making new memories fair. Something Grimsy suggested to Mr. Beggs before Mr. Beggs rejected it.
Is there anything else you would like to do? Because Grimsby doesn't seem to really respond to you.
Interesting. Does he even seem to have heard it?
No, he heard you.
Okay.
Or rather, they heard you. It's hard to tell. No, they heard you, but they don't, respond to you.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
You can tell because they sort of look over at Tucker, but...
Good enough. That's all Tucker wanted. Just acknowledgement. All right, so... yeah, that's it for Tucker for now.
Okay.
It should be noted, too, he speaks loud enough for the party to hear what he's saying, too. So...
Wait, hang on.
Yes.
Brooke, is your coat wet?
Oh, hello?
Hello.
There we go. This
Your
thing keeps
Majesty.
turning off.
Oh. Did you hear everything?
No, I don't believe it is.
Dang. Okay, because I just realized retroactively we might be able to hex body the curse.
Oh.
Yeah, not yet.
By the way, besides your mic not working, did you hear everything that Tucker did, Brooke?
Oh yeah, I've heard
Okay,
everything.
just making sure.
Okay.
Just making sure.
It's just the mic itself.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. If that's Tucker's turn, that does mean it is now Brooke's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, just to explain to the party, though, Tucker is making his words and actions very noticeable. He's trying to convey things to them, too. So.
I think the first thing Brooke is going to do after he shakes off the curse, is wonder aloud, did he say Mr. Baggs? And so he's going to pull out that drawing that he looked at earlier.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Alright.
Oh.
So,
Oh, go. Okay.
let's see. Go ahead and do a free leader's pressure for me.
Okay. So just do the accuracy?
Yes.
Mhm.
You can pick whichever of the stats you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8, okay. Oh wait, that's -2 because of the curse.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Which social stat did you use?
Intimidate and tough.
Okay. Yeah. In addition to being flinched at the start of the next round, Bags is sort of stunned. They're very surprised to see that drawing. They seem to almost stumble a bit when they notice it.
Where did you get that? What room did you go into?
I just kind of ended up in a closet, and I found it in the floor.
Where? How could you? How could you take those precious memories?
Feel
Well-
free to proceed.
He will hold it out and say, "Do you want it?"
Yes. Of course I do. Do you have any idea how much that means to me?
I have some idea, yes. And Brooke will set it on the ground.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the rest of you going to act before Mr. Bags gets a chance?
If Mr. Beggs is trying to pick up the drawing, Tucker would not get in the way of that.
Yeah, we'll let him have the drawing.
No matter what
I so
happens,
badly
Brooke
want to
isn't-
be petty. I so badly want to be petty.
I was
and have Ryder
wondering.
be like, "You touched my stuff, rip."
Actually,
Oh,
I so badly wanna.
Is Ryder really that petty?
No, they aren't. But it would be so funny.
oh, dude! As soon as
They are definitely
rip,
upset. But
Yeah,
the fact
dude,
that
I've-
Brooke is the one presenting it, they aren't gonna
Yeah.
mess around.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think it's because of that. You know, Tucker was
Yeah.
actually side-eyeing Ryder because of Ryder's initial reaction of, like, you know, the "how dare you" aspect that was going on there.
Oh yeah, Ryder is usually pretty laid back about anything, but after he touched the orb, they went serious, like, "Don't touch my stuff."
I mean, at this point, I think Tucker knows that look that Ryder can get because it's been
Mhm.
it's rare, but it's happened before.
fucking rip, and then we hear nuclear launch detected.
Now see, if Tucker was the one presenting it, Ryder probably would have ripped it.
Hmm.
That is okay, Kyrio.
That's quite fun. Sorry about
We are
that.
going to change to number 57
Okay.
for music. As Mr. Bags stumbles over, fettered by tangled, slightly unraveling threads in the darkness that Tucker bound them with. They stumble, fall, and crawl over to this drawing. This little children's doodle. They pick it up, taking shuddering breaths, and then they hold it close.
Where was this hiding? I've been everywhere. Looking everywhere. Why did they have to go away?
The spaces creak and groan as slowly the rooms begin to return to their normal selves. Walls sliding up into place, returning all of you to the foyer.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what it was, Brooke says. Memories are important. Especially for people we've lost. He glances at Scales a bit. Scales looks sad. They look back at Brooke, then down at Mr. Baggs. Grimsby is wringing their hands, hovering nearby. But they aren't doing anything. And if anything, it almost looks like they want to comfort Mr. Baggs. Ryda looks down at the comment about memories, clenching their arm. But it's also important to see the people who are still with you. Brooke glances at the sable eye. With us. We're just abandoned things. All of us. How could we be important? Maybe so, Brooke says. But you're abandoned together, and I think Mr. Grimsby appreciates that. Grimsby tentatively nods, their gemstone eyes shimmering a bit. I've had a lot of fun. Just being around. Helping you find things so you don't starve out. I don't want you to go away. Shame about the sympathy, though. Little thief stole Timothy, too. Oh, and now they'll never be back.
Tucker has released The Darkness well before this, of course. I just wanted to state it out loud.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I just wanted to state out loud the Dark Pulse has ended a long time ago.
Oh,
Tucker
yes.
released it.
It is fated now.
Yeah.
I really like this music. But like,
Musicbox.
I just imagine like a music box.
It's part of a number of good themes that Peritune made during kind of around the same time where they were kind of going through a Taisho Roman style.
Mhm.
Any Musicbox stuff I hear now always just reminds me of the Nowhere King, if anyone knows what that's from.
Oh boy. People don't always come back to you, Mr. Bags. Sometimes all we have are memories, Brooke says. But a good memory can sometimes be enough. Sometimes. Why do you think I keep them all around? They look up with these golden tears just sort of streaming down their face. The foyer around you all glows. A soft, warm midday light. Fading silhouettes of the family going back and forth throughout. The Pokemon that worked on the estate. Laughter and smiles over and over and over again. And every faded scene has Mr. Bags. The smiling little doll carried by a child. Sometimes left to sit on a chair or a drawer, but always watching, always smiling. I was supposed to keep them safe. A little good luck charm, they said. Not good luck enough. They all left.
I think I know of a way this can still be a happy ending. I smile, I hold out my hand, and ask, how would you like to be in a place where the children never grow up? Where each year there will be more new children to watch over until your time to watch over them passes.
Grimsby is going to be the one to respond to that.
There's no such place. Everybody grows up one day. There aren't forever children.
There are not. But new children are born and take their place. And you can go to a place that's filled with them.
Would we even be welcome?
You look
I
over
mean,
to
if
Bags.
if I vouch for you, maybe. If these guys vouch for you, much higher chance.
Mr. Bags is still clinging to that drawing. You keep your memories for the same reason I keep mine, Brooke says, reaching out a hand. The past isn't where we belong. If we're not moving towards the future, then are we even still alive?
That's a silly thing to ask a ghost. But thank you.
Brooke grins. Mr. Bags reaches out and takes your hand, pulling themselves up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for attacking all of you. I'm so used to Pokemon coming and taking things. I guess I forgot. There are good ones too. Bags? Oh. We'll find a way to get Timothy back. Some way. And yet we are still taking things not maliciously. Remember, he said he didn't care about the stuff in the basement.
True, we can take some things. I think what's important is we weren't trying to steal from them. Tucker would be happy to return anything that does matter to Banette, of course.
I'm also sorry for breaking your wall, Brooke says. Although it kept looping in on itself, it seemed like it was the only way out. Oh, they look over. Yep, that hole is still very much there. It's okay. I don't want to play those games anymore.
Hmm.
I don't think there's much left in this house I can eat either. Just precious things.
Grimsby frowns.
We've all been living off of what's left. We can't eat like the rest of you. Bags, most of all. It's why I go around the house, finding things. It's the lingering memories that keep them going. You already found the solution to that, didn't you? You can make new memories, right? I hope so. I don't know if it'll work. But maybe. Mr. Bags?
Mr. Baggs nods. They very gingerly fold up the drawing, and then slide it away into one of their zipper spaces. Side note to Fair, Timothy was the teapot.
Mm.
They were not referring to the child.
I thought it was the child.
I'm sure you all did. I couldn't think of a name that started with T.
Timmy.
You'd say their name is Timothy.
Timothy. Tucker speaks up to say, it might be scary to try to make new memories, but from the sound of it, that's how you have more to sustain yourself with, and how you can gain more value in this world. Simply remain in a dusty place like this. Well, there's something to really gain, is there?
Tell you what, Brooke says. If we ever find the Esper again, we'll get your things back for you. Until then, try to live a life that's worth what you've lost. I'll try. And on cue, as if out of nowhere, is Esper. Just, if this were a show, just slowly sliding into view would be the gift box.
Huh? You little thief. What are you? This game isn't fun anymore. Here you go.
And they set the box down. And then also set the teapot and teacup on top of it.
Okay. Have fun now.
And they pat the Baynut on the head. And then out.
Aw. I was gonna see if I could hypnosis him. It's like, you're not going anywhere, you little shit.
I thought the O was like, oh, that's sweet. No, I thought I could, like, sleep him before he left. Like, that's different.
You're not escaping again.
And slowly, out of the teapot, which, by the way, is all jagged and cracked, and when it sort of goops out, the poltergeist makes, like, the ceramic into this semi-frightening, like, figurine shape instead of an actual teapot.
Well, Timothy, you're okay.
Timothy bubbles. I'm not doing another voice, they're nonverbal. What a weird kid, Brooke says. Sorry, Brooke, Esper invalidated your promise.
Well, you did find that Esper again right now, and they did get their things back right after that. So technically, by the promise, good.
One less thing to worry about. You are right.
Hey, I can open the door again. Okay, well, stand back. I'll get it down. Why are you going to break the door? Last time something broke, bad things happened. You know, I agree with Liar. We probably shouldn't. Ow. There is a door handle. I hate you.
The door rattles open, and everyone else basically comes tumbling in.
The cavalry has arrived, and everything looks like it's over.
Oh yeah, see, we told you we had it.
I mean, I trusted you, but also I half expected you to be in trouble, because everything was going terrible.
Yeah, so, exactly as normal in there.
V finds it hard to fault your logic.
You, the other thief. I did not. Crap! That thing hit my bag! Darn it! That's stuff in it. Oh,
Yeah, so anyway, So did you want to be a daycare toy, or you gonna like stick around here and clean up?
It looks like Mr. Bags is freely considering that offer. They can't really do anything here. There's nothing for them here. There's no one for them here, for any of them. They have each other, but that's not enough to sustain their existences. They're basically Tsukumogami.
Oh, what's the word?
I believe it's Tsukumogami, objects that have gained a life.
Ooh. Oh, I see. I didn't actually remember that word. Cool.
I think that's the right...
Yeah,
word?
animate household objects. You got it.
Oh, good. Yay, memory. The Sable Eye is old jewelry. The Bayonet is Mr. Bags. The Poltergeist is a fancy tea set.
Oh, I see the logic. Tucker does kind of look over to Ralph and does add on to what he's saying. It's not a bad idea. Maybe with a little vetting time to make sure everything's safe for that first, though.
I'll write something. Put them in the microwave.
I mean, one way or another. The Banette has a lot of power, so maybe vetting, make sure they're okay around the kids before it's just like, yeah, just stop being near the daycare with this powerful rift creator. Here you go. Have fun.
That might be a good idea. Because you guys won the fight without a fight, basically. Not even half a fight.
Tucker was ready to fight if needed, but he still would prefer not doing genocide route unless he has to.
I did have one other question, Brooke says. That thing you do with the black holes. Who gave that to you? Oh.
the shiny one. They tick like the clock in the living room. They gave me something. And they said... What did they say?
Pardon me while I pull up my notes.
Sure.
You asked the question.
I'm curious. Lots of things curious about. just I'm curious. Brain stopped working after one word.
I will simply say that what Brooks last said was actually something Tucker was going to ask if Brooke did it. So,
They said... That's right. They said I'd be able to control everything on the estate. That I could be anywhere I wanted. And that I could see all the nice things again. And that anyone who came by, I'd be able to take care of it. And we could be playmates if we wanted. Nobody wanted to play.
Grimsby puts a hand on Bag's shoulder.
I think it's time we leave this derelict of misery. I agree. It's nice playing house. But there's so many other things to play. Our boy would be sad if I stopped finding new things to do, wouldn't they?
As they place a hand over where they have stashed that drawing within their body.
By the way, Tucker doesn't feel Ralph's suggestion is all that bad, though. Because while the Banette is potentially dangerous and does need to be vetted first, they prove to be a very valuable companion to a child before. Why not again?
Brooke nods. If you go with these two, Brooke indicates Hot Dog and V, they'll take you to where Ralph is talking about. I'm sure Pangoro would appreciate more help. Especially if it won't eat any of our food. But you don't have to stay there either, if you don't want to.
Will there be lots of Pokemon there? Oh my gosh, there are so many Pokemon at Savantown. Ha ha. Just stay away from the talking coffin.
What, you mean Kafagarugas? I mean, so long as you don't have anything gold on you, and V immediately runs out there and starts bapping Hot Dog on the face.
Do not speak his name!
That was one of the
Rodriguez is
funniest.
Beetlejuice.
That was one of the funniest things I ever did. He like smiles. He looks at me. I'm quite proud of myself for that one.
Let me go. Want me?
And, they sort of take the hand of both Timothy and Grimsby. Both of them nodding. Alright, Brooke says. We can't be here for tonight. And I guess our two groups will go our separate ways. Looks at scales on his shoulder. I'd like to spend a bit longer here.
Of course. Go ahead and take anything you want. There's no point in me keeping anything in this house anymore. But I do have one request. They look over at Tucker.
Tucker's ears perk.
Could you help me find all the toys? I think the other children would like them.
Tucker gives a warm smile. Of course I can. That sounds like a great idea.
It'll take no time at all. I promise. No strangeness.
Tucker gives a nod, looking very much like he trusts that statement.
I mean, they say no strangeness, but they do open a smaller zipper rift.
You always gotta have some strangeness if a ghost type. It comes to the territory.
V padding in to see the rift.
Nope. Oh, go on ahead, Tucker. Here.
And they take the present and they give it to V.
It was supposed to be their birthday present. I never opened it. But you lost your bag, so, I have a present from Mr. Bags.
And they pat V on the head and then go through the rift. V stares at the present. Little loading circle above their head. Happy birthday, Brooke says, choking.
Did that puppet think I'm a kid?
I mean,
No, don't get too upset. I know you'd missed your nap today.
It is a shame Tucker also went through that rift, because otherwise he might have a quip down.
Feel free to quip. Like, Bag said you can go on ahead, but, like...
Well, on the way through the rift, before he does, he will remark to V. You act pretty energetic like one sometimes, V. And then he heads through the rift after that.
It's part of being a businessman!
Now, play nice, Brooke says, grinning as he enters the manor again, with scales. Oh. V grumps, but opens the present, and their eyes go sparkly. Inside is a new outfit. Trimmed in gold. A nice collar. And a cute little red button-up shirt.
Ooh.
He goes to put these on, and then it occurs to them, who gives their kid a collar?
Rich people are weird. I hope I'm not that weird when I'm rich and they leave.
I want to be that rich and get a collar.
The most expensive collar.
Weren't even dogs. They were scraggy and scrappy. I don't understand. I have to ask Umbreon about this. Umbreon would know. Them and leaves. They would know.
Are they richer than you?
And from outside, Hot Dog says, why are you wearing a collar?
Shut up!
But he's my little cutie.
Such a good thing that V can't hear you.
Yeah. Sometimes I just make jokes. I guess.
So, given the time, people, Tucker is helping Bags collect children's toys. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be what you guys are doing. Is there anything anyone else is doing for the evening? I have a good idea of what Brooke is doing.
Well, Ryda would at one point want to talk to Tucker.
Okay. Well, they are free to talk to Tucker while Tucker's doing his little task, or afterwards. Tucker will also actually want to connect up with Brooke at some point, because he didn't get any time to acknowledge Scales beyond just visually, so he's probably a bit curious about Scales, actually. So he'd probably visit Brooke later in the night, if Brooke isn't, like, isolated themselves, I suppose.
Yeah. Ralph will probably put the stash the statue in the cart, make sure V knows it's in the cart, and then retire to semi-alone time with Malo. Yeah, as alone as you can be in a caravan of around about half a dozen mons.
Don't worry, that number's going to get cut down by like 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, because we're
5.
sending a bunch of them back. Yeah.
Like 5 if you're including the ghosts.
Yeah, we're sending about a half a dozen of them back. So you guys will be good. I'll probably asking Hot Dogs. He's probably the most responsible of the people going back. So you guys are gonna be good, without us, big strong pioneers to protect you. I mean, you're a big strong pioneer too. Don't get me wrong, but you haven't been on as many adventures. Oh, actually, you were a gladiator. As he continues to ramble, yeah, so you should be fine.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. Are you okay, though? Because he looks at Ralph. Ralph is still beat up.
That's true, you took a bit of damage when you set up.
Yeah. He, smiles. Yeah, bruised. Maybe, one of his teeth are crooked, I don't know. I'm good.
Oh, we should change the music to number 60, by the way.
Okay.
This is nothing compared to how that corpse thing screwed beat me up.
Fair enough. I mean, it was just a doll, so that would be pretty embarrassing of you.
Oh yeah. Or tough of the doll. You imagine the leader of the most savage group of killers, on the continent. They can't beat me up real bad. Then a doll comes and does it. He laughs. I imagine Quartz Fame watching from and being like, "Oh, come on."
I mean, looks Ralph up and down. Aren't Snorlax typically normal type? Wouldn't you suck against ghosts?
Just no retort to that.
I like to imagine
He starts to say something. Doesn't.
Let Hot Dog imagine. I like to imagine that Ralph and Hot Dog continue to sass each other back and forth.
It was a sort of a Lenny face comment that he was gonna make.
Yes, he is. Well, actually, no. I think Psychic isn't weak to ghosts, but it's not strong either.
No, it's just neutral. To be fair, he has a better shot than most Snorlaxes do.
Yeah. But if we don't have any other things, then perhaps it should be time for Brooke and Scales to interact.
Sure.
Oh, is it? Is Ghost super? Oh yeah, Ghost is super against Psychic. What do you
Oh.
know?
Okay. fair
Oh,
enough.
but it's because Ralph is normal. Ralph is normal type, so Ghost moves are non-effective.
I mean, unless he Odor Sleuths, at which point that's a risky situation.
Yeah.
Odor
sorry,
Sleuth, you have to really consider the Odor Sleuth aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, the ideal situation in my head was Odor Sleuth rest, and then with a full HP bar, I can bang out some s'mores.
I see. I was thinking for you, it would be to like do a belly drum and lower your health, but up your attack before doing Odor Sleuth, rest, and then Odor Sleuth once you're ready to go. So like that. They take a while.
Indeed. I have a very simple, very powerful set of tools.
You do.
And for Brooke's scene, we can change to number 53.
Okay.
I know we're starting to run up against end time, so...
That's quite fine. There we go.
Brooke? Okay, type.
Let me get a total dial model, actually. Because apparently we don't have one in the bag for some reason.
No worries.
Completely fine.
That is safer.
You could have copied Brooke.
You'd think I would have pre-Evo Brooke somewhere, but I don't seem to be able to find it.
It's right here.
Where?
Look at Brooke's sheet.
Oh, they were never put in a... Okay.
They were put in Brooke's efficiency bag.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I looked at the main Pokemon bag, couldn't find... Okay. Well, that would work, too. But I think... I don't know if... I think Scowls is a bit smaller than that.
They are,
They have
yes.
a canonical drawing, so let me...
They're small.
like...
Yeah.
Not that.
They can deny it no longer.
Again, for anybody that didn't catch the artwork, I was sharing it during the intro recap, but...
And just in case, I have set out the XP gains on the location card.
Oh. Location. Oh, I see. So I should write that into my sheet. Gotcha. Alright then. I really should be spending this at some point. I think what I'll do is I'll plan what to spend, and then at the beginning of next session I could just do it real fast before we fully begin.
You can do it during recap, even.
Yeah. I just need to plan it in advance, so I'm not like him and Hein trying to figure it out. Like, I'll just plan it in advance. If only I could make a model, like, transparent. I don't think I can. I can make their material cardboard, though. That will not help. But... Actually, wait, hold on. Glass. No, darn, that doesn't make it transparent. I was hoping. a little smaller. Just a little guy. Oh, there goes Virus. I think he's probably going to bed, though.
Unfortunately, changing the color tint doesn't work.
Oh, this is one of the models where it doesn't work?
Yeah, because if you change the color tint, there is a way to make it transparent.
Really?
Yeah, it's the slider on the right.
Oh, okay. Well, it does seem like they can be tinted, but... Oh, I never messed with that slider. I never knew what it did.
Oh, of course it doesn't work. It's just applying a tint. It doesn't affect the model.
Oh, I guess in
Why
this
would
case,
Why would it affect the model material? Of course.
That's true. Why is there a transparency option for that then? Like for that circumstance? Huh.
To have it faded over something.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh wow, that doesn't work at all on the model.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine. Brooke sits on the floor of the reading room, smiling warmly. Hey, Scales. I've thought a lot about what I'd say to you if I could see you again. I never thought it'd actually happen. At least not outside of that mirror. Scales stands before Brooke. They nod, but they look sad. About before. I mean, I don't even remember all of it, to be honest. Brooke says, so I soften a bit. I'm not really sure how much of your Brooke is still inside me. Honestly. Not even... Well, obviously you can see that. He hesitates, not really finding his words. I don't want to be her anymore. But I don't want her to be gone either. Because I know now how much you were trying for her sake. Even when she stopped hearing you. Scales is taken aback. Their eyes well. And then they clench their little hands. Set themselves right. They reach up and take your face in their hands, bringing it down so their forehead can rest to yours. I'm sorry. Their voice whispers to you. I hope you can forgive me for what I must one day do. I believe in you. Scales? Brooke's eyes widen as he hears his voice. He curls up around the totodile as tears begin to fall from his face. I could never blame you for anything, Brooke whispers. No matter what happens, I'm proud of you. Scales embraces Brooke. It is a long moment, and it almost feels like they're really there. But eventually, they have to pull away. Their form has begun to fade. They're finally smiling, a real smile.
Brooke returns it, honestly. For whatever reason, I was able to see you again. Thank you. I shake their head and reach up to place their hand upon your chest. I'll see you again. One more time. You're ready now. As they begin to fleck away in motes of light. A shining, unfading memory. Even as it leaves a stabbing pain in your heart. Brooke just watches, his smile faltering, if only for a moment. And I believe that is where we will end tonight. Thank you all for the lovely session. If you haven't read it already, I've already written down all of the session gains totaled up on the location card. And thank you, audience, for coming to this session. There's more to come, and Team Cheer still has to decide where to go next. They have plans, but who knows? Fate can be strange.
Thank you, everyone.